Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Since we are practicing social distancing and no one is close to me, I'm going to remove my mask, if I may, please. Well, good afternoon once again, and welcome to everyone. I'm greatly appreciative of all of you making the time to be here. Today, for those joining us virtually, welcome. We continue to work through the challenges of the pandemic as it has thrown our way by doing this tonight and practicing social distancing, to say the least. But I want to start by first thanking those present here today, such as State Rep and my good friend, Manny Guzman Jr., Berks County Commissioner Michael Rivera, our very own and also friend, Council President Jeff Waltman, and amazing Councilwoman Marsha Gurnship. Thank you. Perfect timing. Now, us Latinos are making an entrance, right? Let's give applause to Councilwoman Johanny Cepeda, please. So again, thank you all for taking time from your busy schedule and everyone present, to say the least. What a difference a year makes, not just in our daily lives, but for our entire city, region, state, and nation. I often say we should count our blessings on a daily basis, and today is no different, folks. Once again, I share with all of you how thrilled I am to serve as your mayor, and how fortunate I feel to have this opportunity. In just over 1 year, the city of Reading has experienced quite a bit of change. Sadly, the change has largely come about as a result of COVID-19, which literally brought the wheels of our city's government to a screeching halt back in March of 2020. And for that, I'd like us to take a moment of silence to remember those residents whose lives were taken by this also awful infection. So please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. The candles lit on my left is in their memory. For those that have survived COVID, we are grateful, very grateful, and hope that you have regained your strength or are on your way to a full recovery, to say the least. As you all know, I also experienced a challenging first year in office very early on when I contracted Bell's palsy, while also assisting my wife with her battle with cancer, which you're all familiar with. Thankfully, it's under control with the proper medical care, and I thank every one of you for the continued prayers and support that I have received in the last 3 years. While City Hall remains closed to employees and to the public, our employees continue working from home until February 16th. Again, in an abundance of caution, we want to make sure we keep them safe and healthy. However, residents can still rely on quality services. Yes, even with change and occasional challenges, Reading continues to move in the right direction. It's a direction that began with our administration 5 pillars that I often speak about: safe streets, safe neighborhoods, education and workforce development, community and economic development, and of course, responsible leadership. Everything we've done in the last year has centered around these pillars, and in 2021 will be no different, folks. Our guiding principles will continue to be, as I often say, accountability in government, equity and inclusion in our hiring practice, integrity in all our dealings, transparency and honesty with members of the public. Due to these pillars and to the public's faith in my administration, calls and requests for assistance have increased. Calls to the Citizen Service Center increased by more than 5,700, while service requests from the previous year jumped by more than 2,000, folks. That's a lot of calls. The city has also been active in providing rental assistance to residents who have been faced with eviction, as we fielded more than 650 requests in 2020. Our administration has done a stellar job in working to keep up with the demand and continue working with the district justices and landlords to ease the burden on families. I especially want to thank the Human Relations Commission and the Community Development Department for working tirelessly on this issue. We are also pleased that the Biden administration has postponed eviction through the end of March, guys. Our administration also been focused on the city's bottom line as we continue to provide services to our residents in a cost-effective manner. This year also marks the final full year of Act 47 as we work diligently to exit from it in 2022. I need a round of applause for that. It's been a long time. The city's finances remain solid, with revenue staples from tax collections. Even during the most difficult economic time in recent memory, our current budget was reduced as a result of the pandemic, along with cost-saving measures that still allowed us to reach our goals. On October 1st, I presented a $94.5 million budget to the Reading City Council that originally called for a 10% property tax increase. Through proactive collaboration and weekly working groups, our administration and council were able to cut that increase, not once, but twice. In the end, council approved a very small 2.49% increase. That's a dramatic 75% decrease from the original figure it proposed in property tax, guys. Our administration, through the finance department and in conjunction with all of the city directors, provided strong and accurate numbers to the public during this process. I also want to thank council members, especially led by Council President Jeff Wallman, again, here present today, for also advocating so passionately for their constituents through their process. Johanny, I remember that. But his leadership in 2020 has been absolutely indispensable to our city. Council President Wallman is to be commended for navigating the legislative body through the year. Thank you again, sir. To the rest of City Council, thank you. Thank you, thank you for establishing a close working relationship with me. Thank you for helping me to create a healthy and positive synergy. Council members ask tough questions, not only during public meetings, but also through the months-long process. Having an engaging public body bodes well for everyone, and I am proud of the ongoing working relationship that my administration has cultivated with all the members of the Reading City Council in 2020, along with other elected officials, including our city auditor, Maria Rodriguez, which I believe is also here. I look forward forward to continuing that trend in 2021 and years to come. It should also be noted that the 2019 financial statement audit was completed much sooner than in recent years without any new findings. This is a significant improvement from the previous 2 years where the city had 3 blemishes that needed corrective actions. The city also developed a local forgiveness loan program to assist small and medium-sized businesses during COVID-19. It helped a lot of businesses such as beauty salons, barbershops, restaurants, childcare facilities, and bodegas. This program was similar to the federal payroll protection program. The $5,000 to $25,000 loans benefit 127 businesses for a total of $1 million in assistance, guys. Something that I was often asked, and one of the very few promises I made was that I will make sure that our community is safe, clean, and vibrant. They asked that of me, and they deserve no less. They also want to know that their mayor, along with the administration, are always looking for ways to improve their quality of life. This year, the city will embark on a very aggressive street paving program that will fully utilize more than $10 million in liquid fuel funds that have sat untouched over the years, guys. Last year, the city paved North 5th Street, North 13th Street, 8th Street. Knowing that the city has many needs, yet few precious resources, a public works department has worked with my office to create a list of paving priorities. So look out for that list to be released soon, with our initiative kicking off in the spring to be selected in the next 3 years. Public Works had a very busy year this past year, having completed more than 3 miles of street paving, installing more than 100 curb ramps under the American Disabilities Act, starting construction on the 18th Wonder ADA curb ramp projects, reconstructing the 6th and Laurel intersection, completing the citywide traffic signal operation and maintenance assessments, upgrading the 3rd and Spruce hockey rink and fence. Public Works has also renovated Pandora Park with new playground equipment, along with a Phase 1 upgrade to include basketball and tennis courts. This year, we also have several groundbreaking ceremonies tentatively scheduled, including, but not limited, to the River Road extension, the 9th and Marion Firehouse that has been waiting for years, and our council member Strat Mamaroth has advocated for so strongly, the start of the Pagoda Safety Project, and the Schwegel Pool, which is the only pool, expecting a completed renovation with a planned opening on Memorial Day. And after years of delays and change orders, our administration is completing a $150 million construction project of the wastewater treatment plant, guys. The new state-of-the-art facility will have a life of 50 years. In addition, we will begin construction on the city's solar collection system, which was delayed by 4 years. Both of these milestones are significant to exiting the United States Department of Justice consent decree. Another exciting announcement is a $250,000 state grant from the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources for the 3rd and Spruce All Abilities Playground. There's no secret that this has special meaning for me, personally, as I am the father of a son with special needs. This was huge for me to see this come to fruition. So thank you to the Rec Commission for making sure that that's going to come to fruition. This playground will have an all-ability play equipment, safety surfacing, and upgraded lighting. The playground will be located next to the hockey rink and handball courts at the 3rd and Spruce Playground. I am also pleased to announce that this project will receive an additional $250,000 match from the City of Reading Keystone Funds. We are also thrilled to announce that the Reading City Skate Park, which is expected to be a $500,000 project with funding provided by the City of Reading and the Reading Skate Park Association. This is what happens when community members, such as Mr. J.D. Turner from the Holistic Skate Shop, partner with the city. The Rec Commission and the skate park will be located in Heritage Park. In 2020, the Reading Recreation Commission, and again, pay attention to this, the Reading Recreation Commission received an Excellence in Recreation Award for their work in helping to improve 26 homes in the 300 block of South 3rd Street. This effort, the South of Penn Fan Gate Improvement Program, was a joint collaboration of the Reading Recreation Commission, YMCA Foundation, the Berks County Redevelopment Authority, and the City of Reading. It actually began over 3 years ago with community meetings and culminating in 26 homes receiving new paint, windows, minor repairs, lighting, and more. Since last March, the Reading Recreation Commission has prepared and delivered over 240,000 healthy meals and snacks to kids in our community. Yes, please. You all know that I served 6 years as the Reading School Board, so children are very close to my heart. So thank you for that, guys. Just last Friday, over 600 meals were distributed to kids in 30 minutes at 3rd and Spruce. Meals are distributed by the Rec Commission in 3 days a week, actually 3 days a week at 3 locations, 3rd and Spruce, 11th and Pike, and City Park, with more than 30 pantry boxes distributed every week, thanks to our friends at Helping Harvest. So a round of applause for them as well. I am also pleased to announce that the Rec Commission will be reopening its centers on Monday, February the 8th. And they're going to follow all the necessary COVID-19 regulations, to say the least. Providing activities for our youth is something we take very seriously. In that regard, I also want to commend the employees of the Reading Public Library in all 4 locations for their outstanding work they've done during the pandemic. Not only have they been able to keep up with the demand, but they have also done a terrific job in keeping our users and themselves safe. They have been kept very busy with the amount of requests they receive for books, music, and visual materials. I'm also very pleased to announce that our administration worked successfully with the Reading Parking Authority to keep parking affordable and as low as possible with no rate increase. In addition, the new arrangement that the city will allow the Reading Parking Authority to contribute more than $1.7 million annually to the city coffers. Again, an agreement that's going to bring more than $1.7 million to the city coffers. I don't think we've seen that recent years. So I think we deserve a round of applause for that as well. Just last month, we publicly welcomed the great news that Vernier University will soon be developing College Town. This welcome initiative capitalizes on a $4 million grant from the State Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program. The College Town will be an exciting part of a thriving downtown. Just this past month, I spoke at an event and had a chance to smash a wall to kick off the construction for the Schools of Engineering and Business Administration for the Vernier University. The city has also welcomed the Sharp Group, which will be developing the Madison Building at the 400 Washington Street. The Madison Building will house market-rate luxury apartments in its 12-story tower with a 5-story annex and 2-floor atrium. It will have 11 floors of single and 2-bedroom luxury apartments. Its grand lobby will once again be gilded with ceilings wrapped in marble, with replicated in an era of prosperity in our downtown, guys. The lobby will house professional offices, a cafeteria, and a bookstore. Construction is actually projected to be completed by the end of the third quarter of 2021, with more than half of the units already sold. Another project by the Sharp Group is the development of the Reading Eagle Building, a 160,000 square foot building that will house several businesses, including but not limited, and listen to this, folks, a produce market, a national recognized 4-star restaurant, a fitness center, a state-of-the-art smoking lounge, an indoor swimming pool, and a theater. Let's also mention the Schumann Development Group, as it continues to invest in the city of Reading by addressing commercial blight and bringing back life of unused and vacant buildings. Thank you to Mr. Alan Schumann, who I believe is also here with us today. We are also pleased that the Schumann Group remains as a fixture in the commercial plaza downtown. Administration is also pleased to be working very closely with the owners of the workshop building. This project will renovate the 3rd through the 7th floors of the building into 1- and 2-bedroom apartments for international students attending Vernier University this coming fall. Last year, the Mediplex Property Group also made its mark when they acquired Rockland Hall. The 105,000 square foot mixed-use property will feature Tower Health outpatient healthcare services on the ground floor, with 4 floors of students housing Albright College students. Thank you to them as well. And now, for the very first time that this is actually going to be announced, the Douglas Development Corporation will repurpose its facility on 600 Spring Street to construct 500 apartments over the next 5 years. The project is actually expected to break ground on the first 147 apartments starting in April. Our administration is also focused on providing affordable housing to our residents. Just this past November, the city formally charged the Reading Redevelopment Authority with renovating 5 homes to qualifying families. The city also supported residential improvements in the Buttonwood area to construct 47 apartments, a mix of single, 2- and 3-bedroom units. In addition, Habitat for Humanity will construct 8 townhouses on Milton Street. A round of applause to them as well. Lastly, the Water Cobra companies completed 57 apartments on South 2nd Street for seniors to provide them with affordable housing. You know, when I say we are open for business, and I said that almost a year ago, now you know why. I meant it. I was not joking about that. Just this past Monday, our administration announced The Centec, which is a highly respected consulting firm with experience in economic and development, which will be assisting the city with its Downtown Plus strategic plan. Guided by administration, Stantec will work on downtown improvement for the decade with a focus on achievable and realistic goals over the next 5 years. It will examine best practices adopted by cities similar to ours in size, and are truly excited to get started with them, to say the least. Our administration is also focused on maintaining key services in the downtown area and continue to engage the developments of public works, community development, and police to ensure that our businesses, owners, and residents have a safe and clean working environment in the downtown area. And that's a promise. With safety as another key component of my administration, I am pleased to announce that we've hired an additional 23 police officers, implemented the use of body-worn cameras, partially funded by the federal grant, and installed video cameras in patrol wagons used to transport prisoners. I am also happy to announce that the addition of 7 firefighters in 2020 and two new engines, 1 new ladder truck, and 2 staff pickup vehicles. And actually in a few weeks, I think as early as Monday, we will also announce the hiring of more firefighters. You know, I have to extend my most sincere thanks to the police chief, Richard Tonelli, and fire chief, William Stout Jr., here with us as well. Along with the courageous men and women who keep our city safe on a daily basis, who literally put themselves unselfishly in harm's way to protect all of us. And to you guys. Looking ahead, I am pleased to announce that the city will unveil a new website that is filled with valuable and useful information. With a new layout and design, the website will become even more user-friendly and will be able to direct residents to necessary departments for more information or services. Lastly, and most importantly, I wish to thank all of the city staff, which has done an extraordinary job under the most challenging of circumstances that none of us had a playbook for. Their ability to keep the city moving forward under duress is not lost on me as mayor, nor should it be lost on our residents. These remarkable men and women are the backbone of our city. Without them, I would not feel as optimistic about the future as I currently am. I have done my level best to meet as many employees as possible, even with the limited schedule in City Hall due to the pandemic. However, I look forward to seeing as many of our 596 city employees that make our community warm, livable, and a great place to work, play, and raise a family. You know, Gandhi once said, the best place to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. That pretty much sums up how I truly feel about our employees, the residents of this great city of Reading, and our friends in the Berks County. During the past year, I have tried to attend as many events as possible. I have listened to your concerns. I have listened to many different voices. I have and will continue to do the best I can to represent you guys. And when we tackle the pandemic, I look forward to doing even more. I often say we are each other's neighbors. So let's continue to build a better Reading together, folks. May God bless all of you. God bless this great city of Reading, our county, Pennsylvania, and our great nation. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful week. so I'm gonna head out to the back and